All right, another installment of our paper pencil journal. So I have a great thing that has come up in my coaching with Sarah, and if you want to hear more about that, you can check out the episodes that were released on March the 20th and the 27th of 2023. And then the continuation of her coaching is available to our podcast premium subscribers. You can go to halfsizeme.com/fan, F-A-N, and you can hear all of her coaching episodes. But one of the things that came up is she kept really struggling with the paper pencil journal around not knowing for sure what she was going to eat, like if she met up with somebody. So say like her and a bunch of colleagues from work were going to go out to eat and didn't have a clear understanding of what everybody else was going to do. So we talked about the fact that when she's setting up the left side of her paper in the morning, she could put down all the meals that she knows she's going to eat, all the snacks she's going to take, but she could leave that one meal blank until she knows for certain. Because I even joked with her in the episode, I said, it's not like they're going to roll up into the parking lot of the Italian restaurant and go, hey Sarah, we're going to have Italian food today. Like they're going to say something to you ahead of time. So if you generally know you're going to be at a work event or you're going to be with family and you guys have not solidified what you're going to do for food, and that brings a lot of anxiety and stress to you, and you feel like, well, how am I possibly going to fill out my entire sheet because I can't? You could fill out the 2/3 of it you do know, right? But then leave that meal blank. And like say you go to their house or you're at work and they go, hey, we're planning on going to this, Chinese restaurant for lunch. Would you like to go? You could then say, okay. Because what she was really struggling with, when we had this conversation, she didn't like going in with no plan written out. Like she didn't want to just, have to guess completely. I said, so if you know it's a Chinese restaurant, you now could put 2 cups of steamed rice, mugu gai pan or kung pao chicken or whatever it is you're going to get. And maybe even put something like an egg roll. Like you could literally write it out 5 minutes before you go and give yourself some guidelines and some kind of a plan. But it doesn't have to be first thing in the morning. And she's like, oh, that would make me so much less stressed. And I said, yeah, because now it still gives her parameters. It gives her boundaries. It gives her something to focus on. But it doesn't have to be something she knows first thing in the morning, because that tends to be one of the things I know a lot of people contend with the paper pencil journal is they're like, well, Heather, you want me to put down my whole day on the left. But what if I'm not 100% sure where me and my coworkers are going to go for lunch that day? Fill everything out, leave it blank, and then maybe when you guys are meeting up in the office, say, hey, do you guys know where we're going to go for lunch today? And you could then fill it out while you're sitting at your desk, right? So there is this flexibility. This is why I always talk about make a program for you, by you. Take what's valuable, discard what's not, make it uniquely your own, right? Bruce Lee. Because ultimately, you've got to create a plan that's going to fit your lifestyle. And if you like having things written out, you like knowing what it is you want to do and see yourself do, it doesn't mean you have to fill out every single thing first thing in the morning. But what you want to definitely do is take a pause during your day and say, before I actually roll up into the Chinese restaurant, I do want to write down what it is I'm going to eat for the day. I think that's really important. So I hope this nugget helps. I hope you join us in the podcast premium. We're having a lot of fun. We've done some follow-up calls with Carolina since we recorded her episodes. And getting to hear somebody's continuous coaching is super helpful, because most people may not be able to hire a coach, and or you may have never heard what coaching can cover. And so this might be all new to you. So I want to encourage you, definitely listen to these series, because you can ream a lot of good information for yourself and put things into practical application, and it's super affordable. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon.